Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful Thursday, July 31 recap. Sheila suspects Lee's secret. Brooke leaves Ridge. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Recap for Thursday, July 31, reveals that Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, suspected Lee Finnegan's, Naomi Matsuda, secret while Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, said screw you, and left Ridge Forrester Thorsten K. At Il Giardino, Sheila kept pushing for a chance to pay her final respects to Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada, and wondered where she could go to do that. Lai insisted there was nothing Sheila could do for Luna now, and eventually left without her takeout since she'd lost her appetite. Sheila opened up to Deacon Sharp, scene canon, about Lai acting all agitated over her questions. Although Sheila couldn't nail down what was going on with Lai, she definitely felt like something was off. Lai eventually made her way back to Luna's bedside and found that there was no change in her condition. After Lai reflected on when Luna was a little girl, she talked about Luna never having a real chance with Papi Nozoa, Romy Park, for a mother. Lai insisted she was there for Luna now and pushed her to open her eyes. At Forrester Creations on Thursday's B&B episode, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, suggested Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, should be there representing the company in Italy since she'd be the hottest model ever. Electra downplayed that idea before talk turned to Luna and all the damage she'd inflicted. Although Electra didn't want to speak ill of the dead, Will suggested they were only speaking the truth and was glad she wasn't a threat anymore. In Capri, Brooke was sick of posing for photos with Ridge and having to answer questions about his engagement to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Buddig. After Brooke shouted a screw you at Ridge, she decided she'd go with Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, since he looked at her with passion and desire. Brooke liked the fact that Nick treated her like he only wanted one woman, unlike Ridge, who delivered all this back and forth with Taylor. After Nick faced Eric Forrester's, John McCook, latest warning to stay away from Brooke, he tracked her down anyway and fumed over Ridge making her miserable. Nick urged Brooke to get off this merry-go-round for good and come with him as he held out his hand. Brooke ultimately placed her hand in Nick's like he wanted and left with him, so Ridge certainly didn't look happy about it. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke has more romantic updates in her future, so don't miss all the shocking news and dramatic moments that are on the way. The sun set over Los Angeles as yet another day of secrets, heartbreak, and impossible choices unfolded on The Bold and the Beautiful. Thursday's episode wasted no time diving straight into the kind of drama only this iconic soap could deliver. A secret Sheila Carter couldn't ignore, and a shocking decision by Brooke Logan that could change her life forever. Sheila feels the shift. Sheila Carter was unusually quiet at the Cliff House, pacing as though the walls themselves whispered secrets. Normally quick to gloat or scheme, today her gaze was calculating, sharp as ever but tinged with something different, suspicion. She couldn't stop replaying her earlier encounter with Leigh Finnegan, whose every glance seemed strained, her voice guarded. When Sheila had casually mentioned her son, Finn, Lee's body stiffened almost imperceptibly. It wasn't much, but Sheila had built her life on reading people, especially people who thought they could outsmart her. She's hiding something, Sheila murmured to herself, gripping the back of a chair as if anchoring her thoughts. But what? And does it have anything to do with my son? Her mind spun with possibilities. Leigh had been cold and clinical since Sheila's shocking return from prison, treating her as an unwanted visitor rather than Finn's biological mother. But today's reaction, it wasn't disdain. It was fear. Sheila knew the difference, and it thrilled her in a way that only a woman like Sheila could appreciate. Determined, she grabbed her purse and keys. If life thinks she can keep secrets from me, she has another thing coming, Sheila muttered, already envisioning herself unraveling whatever threads Lie had carefully spun. Lee's private moment. Meanwhile, Lee Finnegan stood alone in her office, clutching a file folder to her chest, as if it could protect her from Sheila's prying eyes. The secret she carried was heavier than the medical records it contained, a truth that could shatter lives and resurrect others. Not yet, she whispered, closing her eyes. They're not ready to know. He's not ready. The photo on her desk, a smiling Finn in happier times, made her heart ache. The choices she had made, the risks she had taken, all to protect him. But from what? Or rather, from whom? Her phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. We need to talk. S. Lie's eyes widened. Sheila, she said under her breath, gripping the edge of the desk. She knew Sheila would not stop until she had answers. The question now was how long Lie could keep the truth buried, and how far Sheila would go to dig it up. Brooke and Ridge, breaking point. Across town, in the Forrester mansion, the energy between Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester was taut, like a string pulled to its breaking point. I can't keep doing this, Ridge, Brooke said, her voice breaking slightly as she clutched the edge of the sofa. Every time we get close to building a future, something, or someone, pulls you away. Ridge lips torn, his famous furrowed brow deeper than usual. Logan, don't do this. Don't give up on us. Not after everything we've been through. Brooke shook her head, her eyes shimmering. I spent years believing we were destiny, Ridge. Thought no matter what happened, we'd find our way back. But now, she trailed off, glancing at the framed family photo on the mantel. I don't even know who we are anymore. Ridge stepped closer, reaching for her hands, but she pulled them back. I love you, Ridge, but love shouldn't hurt like this. I need space. I need to find myself again. Her words hung in the air like a thunderclap. Ridge opened his mouth to speak but couldn't find words. For once, the passionate designer had nothing to say. Brooke took a deep breath, grabbed her purse, and walked toward the door. Goodbye, Ridge. The sound of the door closing behind her echoed through the house, a sound that felt final even though in the world of the Forresters, nothing ever truly is. Taylor watches from the shadows. Just outside the mansion, Taylor Hayes sat in her car, having just arrived to talk to Ridge about their co-parenting plans for Steffi. She froze when she saw Brooke storm out, her face flushed and tear-streaked. Taylor waited until Brooke drove away before stepping inside. Ridge was still standing in the same spot, staring at the door like it had taken part of his soul with it. Ridge? Taylor asked softly, her eyes scanning his face. He looked up, startled but quickly trying to mask his vulnerability. Taylor, now's not a good time. But Taylor stepped closer, her maternal instincts kicking in. What happened? She left me, Ridge said simply, his voice low and heavy. Brooke, she's gone. Taylor hesitated, then touched his arm gently. I'm so sorry, Ridge, but maybe this is an opportunity to figure out what you want. Not what Brooke wants, not what anyone else expects. Just you.